guys, alright, welcome back to another awesome video, and today's movie is going to be of Daredevil. So we're going to go back, we're going to go all the way back to the first time we saw Daredevil ever appear in something cinematic. We're going to go back, maybe not that far, but we're going to go to a little town, a little area called 2003, before the MCU, before the brilliance of the Netflix Daredevil series, and before the Daredevil Born Again series that is now coming out and releasing on Disney Plus. There was a little thing where Fox still had the rights to Daredevil, and they made this. So this movie is directed by Mark Steven Johnson, and this was requested to me by Tom. So thank you for this, Tom, in honor of Daredevil Born Again. We're going to take a look at the first ever cinematic appearance for the Man Without Fear. And man, it's been a little while, but I remember it being as bad as I remember it being. Honestly, might be a little bit better, but break it down like this. I swear, the performances range from really good to really bad. And I hate to say this, but the worst performance in this film has to be Jennifer Gardner as Elektra. Now, don't get me wrong, she gets her redemption and she gets some credit, and I will give her respect and credit because of her appearance in Deadpool and Wolverine, and not just because it is member berries and it is basically nostalgia and it is just cameo porn, but it actually is redeemable. Here, she's not. I'm sorry, she's not. She seems very reckless. She seems kind of dumb at times. And I hate to say it, but even Ben Affleck has some moments. Now, don't get me wrong. He channels the whole Matt Murdock, Daredevil sort of persona thing going down. He has his moments. I will admit, there are some moments I do buy into that. Yeah, I can buy into Ben Affleck being Daredevil. And I can buy him into being Matt Murdock. And that sort of, they try and touch upon it. And it's more expanded and it's more developed, it's more fleshed out in the Netflix series, but the whole ideology of how Matt Murdock tries to do the right thing, but he's doing the devil's work, but he's also doing God's work. And it's kind of like touched in here that he tries not to be a killer, he tries not to cross that line, and there's always redemption for people, but it's more expanded in the show. Here, it's just like a small sliver, and I think that's handled somewhat decent, and at times he does it decently, but then there's times with the whole, like, blind performance he does, he looks like an idiot. Now, don't get me wrong, I know Ben Affleck's a great actor. I mean, come on, after one Gone Girl and one Argo, he got to be Batman, so he has moved up in the ranks, and he has directed films, so I mean, he is a great actor. It's just, I feel there's some of the stuff that works in his favor, and there's some things that didn't work in his favor. Colin Farrell and Michael Clarke Duncan are the best performances out of this entire movie, and yes, it is 100% because of the fact that these two are having so much fun, hamming it up, cheesing it up, being the villains, and I love that so much. Although, I will say on one hand that Colin Farrell, I love what they're going with him and everything. I love how ridiculous he is, but at the same time, I kind of hate it, because as much as I love how iconic and how ridiculously silly the bullseye target on his actual forehead is, even back when I first saw this movie, and even now, I'm still kind of like, yeah, why didn't they give him his comic book accurate costume? He would have looked like a badass with it.
I want a fucking costume.
The trench coat, the leather, this is such a choice. But I think the best one is definitely Michael Clarke Duncan. Is he Vincent D'Onofrio? No, but I think he is still a really great Kingpin. I will give him credit for that. He has such a prowess to him. He has just a stoicness, and he has such a just cheese to it. I love it. It's great. I will also like to point out that Jon Favreau is Foggy Nelson, and it's weird not having them ever address him as Foggy. He's always referred to as Franklin, and I know that's his name, but it's just weird not hearing Foggy at any time. And ironically enough, he is Happy Hogan in the MCU, and of course, him and Charlie Cox's Daredevil shared a moment in Spider-Man No Way Home, which is kind of fitting. It feels kind of like almost coming full circle in a weird sense. I know there's a lot of great songs in here for the soundtrack, but God, sometimes they get a little annoying. They sometimes are a little bit laughable, especially the Bring Me to Life moment, like that montage. It's a choice. I will say that. And another choice that I will say is a lot of the visuals. Now, don't get me wrong, the visuals are stylish, and that works in its favor, but that also is this movie's biggest detriment because some of the visuals, cool. At the same time, it gets so annoying having to cut to these different visuals of there's this weird thing where he's able to see clearly with rain dripping down on people, and he's able to see better in that weird way. I don't know why, but that's a thing. And so many other CGI choices and a lot of like cuts and edits there. It just kind of choppy that just feel really odd. And I get it, this was the early 2000s. This is coming off of after the first X-Men movie, or after the first two X-Men movies and the first Spider-Man film, but come on. We could have done better with this movie. And there's a sliver of potential in here, but I'm glad that this never saw the light of day of a sequel. So I am going to give Daredevil, I am going to at least give it a solid D. I feel like giving a D+, but I feel like that's kind of weird, but hey, what the hell. So Daredevil, have you guys seen it? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you again to Tom for this request. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to awesome videos every day, if not every week. Make sure you ring that bell. I do new videos every day, every day, week. Share the video, family, friends, all that good stuff and more. Leave suggestions down in the comments. You name it. I look to do it as best as possible. Look out for more Marvel movie reviews, some more Marvel TV shows, and maybe some other things we'll squeeze in here from March Marvel Madness and going forward. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time.